Dumelang Thobela sanibonani molweni bhotani lotshani absheng zidwesha nezidweshakazi zikanonkwenkwezi sanibonani zidwesha makhosi amakhulu thokozani izinto ezikulu bayede amagwini lisedirhanya hlala nami ndihlale nawe ungashinqi ungandishina ngomnye umzuzu kuba kaloku andiyonto ngaphandle kwakho. Guys, it's so hot. Okay, I'm here for the story time. Yeah? I did say I am back with a bang and I'm not going anywhere. So I am here to stay. Guys, I've learned not to teach you like before, you know. Sientlombeni, I'm just waiting for my transport. But I have decided, you know, Tlombe or non-Tlombe, I'm a content creator and I need to, you know, try and keep consistent. So here's my story time, guys. Nizade nithi ndiyaxoka. Yho, lixesha lokuqokelela igusha. Ayakhala amatakane, andikavaleli. Anyways, guys, ingxaki kaloku uyabona kwa ubani benenwele ezimhlophe ithi loo nto leyo ndibutyile ubomi. So ii-experiences zingaphaya kokuqonda. Yho, skeba makhulu la mabele xa evelile. Uyayiva? Kudala ndibethwa ngamaqhwa bethunana. Yho, and the sun jonga ndiyobuza konto intle mani. Yho, hayi sun. Nangoku siya kwelinye ilanga the whole weekend. So andiyazi uba ndiyibalise nale. Yazi ndawuze ndibalise into eyawuze ndifake engxakini nditrende for the wrong reasons. Abona ndiyoyika ngathi ngulaa mtrendo. But anyway, guys, khathi ke ndikhokhe amandla. If you check one of my previous videos, like one of the very first ones, I think ndikhe ndabalisa ibali. You know, a very sad time in my life. When, you know, everything was going. I had lost everything. Already divorced. Went back home. Ndatwasa. Lost my job. Went back to Joburg to try and, you know, get my life back. Try and fetch my life. Life wongafetcheki. Life was just not fetchable. Guys, I lost friends. You know, your usual crew. Friends you started out with, you know, varsity friends. I lost most of them. Because, you know, unfortunately, I think our journeys zentwaso differ, you know. Omnye nomnye unebali to tell. I always try not make mine sound miserable, but sometimes you know, sometimes I do feel like I have to face, you know, the honest truth. It was a very turbulent period in my life, and I lost a lot of friends, guys, due to intwaso inkenke nje. It made me a different person. I was reborn into a different person, and unfortunately, a person some of my usual friends, you know, couldn't recognize, and you know, I lost a lot of them, guys, like a lot. If I can say out of 100%, maybe 20% is a lot, if there still is. My friends now, you know, friendships I have now are recent, mostly recent, and well, some of my high school mates. But people I met along, you know, my career life, my you know, my, you know, how many years stay in Joburg? I think I was in Joburg for 11 years. Most of those people fell off the bandwagon, unfortunately. And I tried to hang in there, but I realized, that train is gone. It's gone, guys. Train indishile. Um, and I've had to make peace with it. It's painful. I won't lie. You miss some of them. Sometimes you'll see on Facebook or on Instagram, a reunion, a get together, and you'll miss because sometimes you were the host yourself, or you were the organizer, or something like that. But you know, it feels like I am living in another lifetime. Like I'm living in another planet, and I'm watching people from, you know, I'm watching people on Earth, and I'm somewhere on Mars or Pluto. Honestly, it does feel that way because my life has changed like drastically. Most of my friends now are in the circles zokunyanga, unfortunately, because I think 90% of my time is ekunyangeni. In fact, if not 100%. And I'm not complaining, it's okay with. But the story I want to tell is based on a time when I went back to Joburg. The first time in Joburg, I did very well. I met my husband, and we moved in together, bought a house in Four Ways, moved on to live in Douglasdale. My last house was in New North Riding. I worked in Rosebank. At some point, I worked in Pulukwane, traveling between the two provinces. Happily married. Um, you know, with everything that came with life in the north of Joburg, driving German cars and what have you, um, you know, visiting the Cubanas of this world, every Thursday. I'm a ladies' night. Ayaziwa yithi. Uyayiva ke ngoku? That life is like gone. Um, so that was my first time in Joburg. That is like 11 years of my life in Joburg. Then I went back sometime in 2018. You see, it's not so long ago. I went back because I had lost my job at Grahamstown. In fact, I had resigned. The last story time was about how I resigned, how I was mutically made to resign. Like I was pepped from emsebenzini by inyanga igqirha that I thought was my mentor. So I had left, I resigned. Nje quick, gone. No Kanye no longer works for Makana municipality, and I stayed for a year. I'm trying this and that. Nothing was working out. I decided, you know what? Let me go back to Joburg. Because for 18 years of my working life, I had never been to an interview and not get the job. So I decided, but you know what? I think if I put my mind to it and I am where the jobs are, I will get the job quicker than, being ezilalini. So I had met a guy, and he offered ukuthi, I can move in with him whilst looking for a job. My usual friends, unfortunately, it was just not possible for me to, go back there. So I moved in with Ugai, guy, in a dusty mining town. We lived in a township called Poriki, a very small township outside of it's in the west, ne? It's near Western area. Actually, the nearest town is Everton. because I remember we used to shop at Everton Mall. Yeah? So the nearest township is Sebokeng, near to Eporiki. So, yeah, it's near Val, basically. So, that's Poriki. A very small township. Like, when I saw that township, the first time I saw it, I was like, are these people not forgotten? Is this township even on the map? Because you know what's so funny? The township is like how many k's away from Soweto? But trust you me, in terms of municipal services, they receive their municipal services from Soweto, which is more than what? 100 k's or even 100 and yeah, more than 100 k's from Soweto. Very strange. Like it seems like it was taken from somewhere and just put in the middle of nowhere. The amount of poverty in that township. Most people that live in the township work in the nearest mines, South Deep, um, South Deep, and what's the other one? I think Sibanye, Stillwater, or something like that. So, yeah, and it's mostly men that work. So mostly during the day it's females. There are not working. Basebenza amadoda. You know that there are women that will go to these mining towns to look for a guy that works in the mine so they can, find a way into his pocket and, live life through him. So I was probably one of them at the time. So I couldn't even make friends because, poverty. The most popular activity in that township was alcohol. Day in, day out. Weekend phaya niyafana. Weekend nayo weekend kuyafana. I think because most, like, they work ama shift. You understand? So abanye xa bengekho abanye bakhona. You understand? Kuhlala kukhali isigubhu nje. Yatsho ispeaker sesejangane ngapha. Lelele. Yeah. Yatsho umaskandi ngapha. Latsho igubu ngapha. Uyava amaXhosa kutsho ingoma zaseziyoni okanye zentlombe. Uyayiva? Kulo gubu uyayiva? Kuyale. Hayi guys, umbani waphayana kuthiwani lama kuthiwani wenziwa ntoni, uyancinzwa laa nto wethu yoba ningathengi umbane. Uyeva? So there's always a problem. U-Eskom will find out ukuthi ipali zakhe zi-2020 khe kuzocinywa umbane kuthathwe itransformer. Wethu yayimbi into endandikuyo phaa. Khe kuphela i-3 months kungekho mbane because wow, thathiwe itransformer nalaa nto yeva. I remember one day kuthunywa umntana into yoba ayonyusa iplug etheli 1010 phaa ndibukele. Zange ndayibona into ebuhlungu kangakaya. Umntwana esiwa bhalaxa phantsi waqhuma umntwana, umsi uphuma phaa kuye, thokwe ngumbane, wafrayisheka wamnyama ngomzuzwana wabe ubhubhile. Things that happen in these small mining towns. But istori samaskabi kuloo ndawo. So I'm bored. I don't have much to do. I don't have friends in this small town, small township. Then I managed to make friends with omnyusisi osisangoma wethu in the same street. I think we saw something common amongst each other. Ndanzenza ntoni kanene, but sasenze utywala wethu nomuntu wami yabo, naye ke ubugqirharha wethu yabo. So senze utshwala, andisazi uba sasibenzela ntoni, kodwa ke he invited wethu ii-neighbours. Aze ke ummelwane lo, and then I realized into yoba man ingathi ngoyena mntu noko, you understand, yayazi laa nto ojonga umntu umnyuke ingathi singazama uba zitshomi, yabo. Uklini nyana, usophisticate nyana, yabona. And then xa ehamba ke ngoku athi mandimkhuphe, hayi ndimkhuphe abe sendibonisa indlu yakhe uba kahlali kude uhlala phaa. Like, wow, beautiful house. You know, one of the most pretty houses on the street, like pretty house. So I make sure that I walk her to her house, you know. Now we are renting an RDP house, Tommy. So, you know, I haven't seen into around here. So, you know, let me feed my eyes with. So I walk into her house. Yo, akuhle apha. Like, kuhle man, clean. You understand? Well organized. You understand? Yonke into, built-in cupboards, a kitchen, you know, everything is intact where it's supposed to be. A lounge, the colors are well coordinated. Yabona nje, I was like, yo, I'm going to be friends here. Okay, we become good friends. So like yaqala ke ngoku yabona laa nto yaselokishini yovakashelana in the morning azonditshekisha, yeva. I'm not used to ke mna kuphuma ke kwakusasa wethu, yhu hayi wethu noba kuthiwa ndiselokishini sekusasa. But ke saba sathini, ndizathi ndisahleli wethu umeza wam hayi bendizokutshekisha ulele njani, because umen wam sometimes would work ama-night shifts, yabo. And she'd be like, masambe man siye endlini, siyophunga uba liyophunga endlini, masambe man. Bendenza ama-scones or bendenza ama-muffins. Be like, okay Tommy, I'll follow Tommy ke siye kwakhe. And then I realized ukuthi okay, kahle kahle kuphungwa apha. No, she had other friends as well. Hey man, akanqabi umntu apha. But ayisosigqumgqum like ayo, you understand, ayo gentes, but uyabona wethu, yabo, sizitshomi, and I'm making friends ke ngoku even nabanye. Hey, and then hey, I don't drink tea nje generally. I'm not a tea person. Iti ndiyiphunga ubamba umoya xa ndilambile kungade kuphakwe. Otherwise, hayi nawe ungandiphi iti endlini akho, idrinki ikhona. So I'd be like, no, it's fine wethu. Andibawela uphunga mna. Hayi man, tonton. Okay, I'll be like, okay, ke. I don't like rooibos. I'd go for abujoko or whatever. Yabo. Nam ke ndibambe yam ikomityi. Man, ezabo iti zikhiwa ephelini elithile. Hey. Anyway, ndi-curious man. Hey, ndiyabona ubuza qha, man, ingathi kunga-awkward ndinobuza. Hey, ithi nale nto. Then one day, akubanga kudala noba mhlawumbi lusuku le-7 sidibana noThomza kureyiswe itopic about ukusokola, struggling, ntoni, uncedo lukhona. You know, abantu, they don't realize siyahletywa apha elokishini. Wena nonkwenkwezi, siyahletywa, ntoni, kuthiwa thina amadoda kwathini. Eva, because we are not struggling. Omnye nomnye uyakwazi kwam, nawubonile kwam, andisokoli mna and yethu andiphangeli. Into endiyifunayo mna iyeza kum ngale ndlela kufuneka ize ngayo. So like besikhuluma ngawe man ukuthi maybe uyadinga uncedo, you understand, sikuncede. Uyeva, animtsheleni ngetiye atsho omunye andiqonda uba ya kudala ndiyiqonda into yoba ikhona into ekuleti leti iphuma kweli pheyile ikhona into ekuleti ngoma ndingandwebi make ndiyimamele ithini nicandizela izolo ndina I'm not baby born yesterday yamamela bandibalisele ke ngaleti leti lena ntoni uba uyayiphunga leti like consistently into engafunekiyo kuyiqala uphinde uyiyeke yabo once wayiqala kufuneka uyiphunge qonda yabona ke zange ndeva ngetiye nemiqathango izawuba khona ingxaki ndithi ndingafuni ukuphunga ndinyanzeleke uba mandiphunge just for ubomi uba mabube easy just because uba ndithande ke emadodeni heyi hayi ndamamela ndizobuza ekugqibeleni nemali ndayanda ke ndeva ngeti efana nale tiyeni kwakhe kwathethwa ngomabhebeza mani nanokuthiwa ngumabhebeza andiyazi noba icholwa olwandle okanye ithini into yayo kodwa ndiyakhumbula kwakhe kwaduma into kamabhebeza hayi ngomabhebeza lona ithetha ngayo bathi into efana naye ndathi hayi uyabona uba ziyafana hayi enkosi danki andizolunga for starters guys niyazana nina and maybe nina ni-acceptile ilife yeni ngolu hlobo ilulo mna I'm still hopeful into yoba kusezoba right ndizowufumana umsebenzi I don't need a man you understand indithande for into yoba ndingasokoli I don't need to drink tea like guys sorry. That's when the friendship ended. I never saw my friend come into my house again. But xa sendisiva ngaleti uMabhebeza, it's apparently abanye bathi it's a Chinese tea, like it's a kombucha, whatever, you understand? Yenzi lakhe, whatever. But hey man, I've heard stories sokuthi lati leyana as ba uyiphunga yenza growth or something. I don't know. Guys, you tell me, have you heard none of Mabhebeza? I don't know. Kodwa yenza izinto ezithile man and kuyiyeka kwakho ingathi bakhona ingxaki. You understand? Kuba ne-growth obanayo or something kodwa bikhona kodwa into efani engekho right. You understand? Ungathi ngenye imini ungathi uvuke kukho umakoti uthile uhlele ebhedini yakho uza kubuza imibuzo into yoba busithwalo mani esithile. You understand? Qha sisithwalo esiphungwayo. Yabona ke kum into enemiqathango. I don't like rules. You understand? Even when I was an employee, I was never the perfect employee because I do not like I do not like being governed by rules. That's just me. Xa ndingabawela uphunga ngoku uzawuthwani. Yayiva ke ngoku. So that was the day I lost my friends, my newly found friends. And fortunately, my time was almost up. I think in the next 2 months, I was ready to come back home. Izinto zam zaveske zathi man zathi kubone like kwasebenzeka I don't know what happened, but there was a shift altogether. You know, I started having clients consultations like nje kwasebenzeka 1 client, 2 clients, 3 clients. You understand? Ayibo, life started piecing together. You understand? And depression endandinayo yaqala ubuya umva. I started getting more creative. You understand? That's when I got onto YouTube and so forth and so forth. And I was able to create a life for myself without having to drink it ekuthiwa ngumabhebeza. That's it guys. Hamba umsana uhambe nizixhoma. Masingazixhomini bethuna ezintweni esingazaziyo just because ubomi bunzima. Akho nto ingagqithiyo ekugqibeleni. hlala ethembeni into yoba nale iyadlula. Kushuza wena ukhangela indlela nje yophumela, uzawuthi uphumele. Ungakhange ube kanti uthengise ngomphefumlo wakho. Do not sell your soul. You understand? For instant gratification. Yeah, that's it for today, guys. Continue subscribing, liking, sending the stars on Facebook, sharing the videos. Uyabona la yonke laa nto intle izakwenza uba, you know, grow and receive income to pay bills. Yeah, andizonixoxela mna guys kaloku. It's nice when you get drinking at the end of the month, because at the end of the day, guys, really, some of us come to you with, you know, genuine information, genuine advice, and so forth. So it's quite enticing at the end of the month, you know. So yeah, guys, I thank you very much for your love and your passion for my content. See you on the next one. Oh, benza okay, on the next video. Pow.